5G represents the fifth generation of mobile networks and is said to replace 4G networks with speeds 10 times faster and increase widespread connectability. This will dramatically improve how much data is produced and will allow people to exchange this data between their machines, computers, and other devices at much more efficient speeds. These new speeds will also create reduced latency, energy savings, higher system capacity, and cost reductions, all of which are extremely attractive to businesses around the world at connecting their systems and improving their operations, making more informed business decisions. The jump from 4G to 5G will change the way we think about data and will find a use in almost every sector around the world as the way business is held changes. In healthcare, for example, hospitals will now be able to gather data directly from the patient and be assessed remotely for the best course of action. We will become increasingly less restricted as a number of surgeries and operations will be done remotely using digital avatars. The transportation industry will also improve as 5G will make the shift into more sophisticated cars seamless as communication with other nearby vehicles becomes stronger and smarter. This will also affect our environment and the way we live as we ramp up the amount of data we pick up on weather, air quality, plant health, and a number of other variables that affect our everyday lives. As cities around the world adopt 5G, we will start the transition into smart cities as living becomes increasingly cost effective and efficient as people, buildings, devices, and streets become more interconnected. This is represented in cities such as New York, one of the first cities to begin implementing 5G, where they utilize 5G to keep track of city bikes and guiding cars to open parking spots. With low latency and a high data rate, cities can transfer data more efficiently, and the uses for 5G will rise exponentially as more cities around the world begin to adopt it. Nokia is a Finnish telecommunications company that works mostly with consumer electronics. Nokia has seen a recent surge in stock prices in the American stock market, which might be a sign of great things to come as the company looks to reintroduce itself in the international market as a legitimate competitor to tech giants such as Apple, Microsoft, Sony, etc., with its new 5G smartphone. However, Nokia is looking to implement itself into the 5G market by doing more than just smartphones. Nokia has an extensive portfolio of 5G services and new technology that are being used worldwide and can reach a wide spectrum of interests and uses, including but not limited to fixed wireless access, cloud robotics, e-health, and so on. However, Nokia does not have nearly the funding or influence of most tech giants that have already embedded themselves into this market. Therefore, Nokia will have to establish itself in the European market, which luckily is just now starting to invest more and more resources into 5G technology. While the benefits of the widespread adoption of 5G in cities around the world are evident, we still haven't seen much as we're still in the early stages. This is due to the community logistics and manpower required to create 5G connectivity, which utilizes millimeter waves, which are shorter and cover less area. Therefore, in order to bypass this issue, small cells carrying 5G will have to be created and placed around cities, which require permits to do, which creates another roadblock. And once carriers have implemented 5G, however, device makers and app creators will have to catch up, which adds even more time. 5G will affect almost every industry around the world and will boost countries' GDP and performance, making 5G highly coveted and valuable. In India, the internet economy is worth around 5% of the country's GDP, which is due to the increase in smartphones, mobile broadband, and a growth in data and social media. Therefore, India is particularly susceptible to this 5G market and can see improvements unlike any other country. India is a very large country with a very large population that is unfortunately riddled with inequality and income disparity, the root of which can be attributed to a lack of quality education. However, with 5G technology, remote learning opportunities will soar, bringing education to lower income households. Doing so will also reduce the need for more land to be dedicated to education and allow more investments to be poured into 5G to benefit other sectors of their economy, including infrastructure, to make their cities cleaner and more energy efficient and lowering the number of slums surrounding large cities in India. However, India will have to pick and choose what sectors to fund the use of 5G to, as a large number of funds are being poured into 5G to create a cleaner Ganges River by lining the river with sensors, collecting data 24/7, and employing boats and cleanup crews to do the cleanup itself.